Neither 11-year-old Deidre Soler nor her parents had ever imagined that someday she would have to use her first aid skills to try and save the life of someone she loved. But that moment came on July 16, 1991, at the family's home in Westerville, Ohio. On that evening, 9-year-old Stacy and her 3 sisters were playing in the pool.
We were seeing who could make the biggest splash off the diving board. Sabrina, my littlest sister, was the judge.
The oldest of the 4 girls was Deidre.
We go into the pool almost every day, and we were just playing, having a good time.
Around 7:30, Nina brought out her 3-year-old son, Stephen, who did not know how to swim.
All of them were having a big time, and Stephen wanted to go be with his sisters, so I got his swimsuit on. I should have gone on down with him and should have been with them all the time.
We were just sitting down talking over dinner like we usually do. About the only time when the children aren't around. I looked out and I saw Stephen floating upside down.
I heard my dad scream, so I just started swimming down at the end.
Hurry, Deidre! Stacy, get a towel!
I thought he was going to just pop up. It was just a few seconds, I thought. And when they pulled him out, he was just very quiet.
Give me your stuff.
Stephen was on his stomach, and so we just kind of turned him over.
20 a minute.
I immediately felt for a pulse. There was no pulse. There was nothing. I was dead.
At that point, I thought my son had drowned. I was just hoping against hope that that hadn't happened, but I couldn't let my emotions take over. He needed my help.
Nina called the local sheriff's department.
Delaware County Sheriff's Department. My 3-year-old son is in our swimming pool. He's not breathing. We're trying CPR. Please get someone here as soon as possible.
Volunteer rescue workers from Genoa and Harlem townships were sent to the scene.
My dad didn't do CPR because he didn't take the class in about 20 years, so I decided that I would do it since I took it just about 2 weeks ago. Stephen was all blue and his body was all limp. I wasn't really thinking at all I was doing CPR on my brother. I was just doing it.
Deidre and my dad keep saying there's no heartbeat. It looked like he was sleeping, but really more like he was dead. I was very scared.
It was hard work to do it. He had to push really hard on his chest, but I have to do it.
Nina also called her neighbor, Sandra Bricker, a medical educator.
Hurry!
The most terrible thoughts in the world went through my mind when I heard her screaming, "My baby is dead." I instantly just took in the scene, and the baby was cyanotic. That was a very, very frightening thing to me. It means that the circulation is definitely shutting down. I was amazed that Deidre was concentrating so hard on doing CPR on her own little brother.
Get me a towel.
Get a towel. Somebody get a towel.
I was happy when Sandra came because I was just getting tired. I was kind of getting weak.
Words cannot express how frightening it is seeing your son laying there, unable to breathe. And I thought, oh no, my worst dreams have come true. And I said, how could this be happening to us? We're there with the children. We've always been so concerned and so careful about the children. We turn our backs for a second, and then there they are. How could this be happening?
Among the volunteers responding was paramedic Mona Lord.
My husband and I lost a 14-month-old daughter to SIDS. So it puts me in a unique position that I see both sides of the fence. And if it doesn't go well, I know what they're going to have to face.
Suddenly, I got a pulse. And I remember screaming, "We've got a heartbeat. We've got a heartbeat."
6 minutes after the call for help, the first rescue units arrived.
No respiration, but...
One of the responding paramedics was Hugh Dick.
We were very much afraid that we didn't have anything in our favor because of the distance we had to travel. So you plan for the worst scenario.
We need an airway.
But when we got there, we found the neighbor had done CPR. The boy's older sister had done CPR. He was basically holding on his own.
How's that monitor going, Mona?
You got a nice sign stack. He's running about 120.
I thought it was great that the sister, especially someone that young, one, knew the CPR, and two, took the initiative to go ahead and step in and do it.
A life flight helicopter was called in to airlift Stephen to Children's Hospital. He spent 5 days there and was released without any permanent injury.
I'm very proud of my sister of what she did for Stephen. Stephen is back to normal. He does everything he did before. And very wild.
The gross part was I had to put my mouth over his mouth and do CPR because he's my brother. It's gross to do it on your brother.
Children can be trained to do safety measures and life-saving techniques, and quite often can do it better than we can.
2 months after the accident, the Soler family had a party for all the people who helped save Stephen's life.
See this glasses here?
It was just a miracle of miracles. Everything fell into place. Sandy was there, Deidre was there, and the rescued people came as quickly as they could. We're so thankful. He's alive.
What's down here? Yeah, your pee-pee?
Well, yes.
Paramedics, EMTs, they all go through a lot of intense training, and most of them are volunteers. But after a while, you need to be compensated in some way, and money will never take it. The feeling of holding on to Stephen and watching that family is the best compensation you'll ever receive.